proactive approach of the government to encourage investment in sectors critical to the pandemic response like medical equipment, protective clothing, drugs and pharmaceuticals, and the efforts to attract investors seeking to relocate in the aftermath of the pandemic. Tamil Nadu was able to attract unprecedented 60,674 crore rupees worth of investment through 73 memoranda of understanding, generating employment for 1 lakh and 721 persons, even during the pandemic period. Tamil Nadu received the highest share of investment proposal, 16%, in India during April to September 2020, as per the CARE rating report. Tamil Nadu has been ranked first by Project Today in attracting investment during the first 2 quarters of the COVID-19 pandemic period. This reflects the continued confidence that investors have reposed in Tamil Nadu and forms the foundation for the strong and sustained rebound of economic growth in the state. Tamil Nadu was struck by 2 cyclonic storms, Nivar and Burevi, in the year 2020. We have also had unseasonal heavy rainfall in January, which has affected crops on the verge of harvest. The proactive measures taken by the government ensured that the loss of lives and damage of property were minimized. The need of all the affected people were immediately attended to and essential services were maintained with minimal disruption. These efforts of the government came in for well-deserved appreciation in the media and among the general public. I commend the Honorable Chief Minister for his personal leadership in organizing the relief work. The government of Tamil Nadu has presented 2 memoranda detailing the damages caused by 2 cyclones, amounting to 3,750 crore rupees and 1,514 crore rupees respectively, and we urge the Government of India to release funds at the earliest. Even without waiting for the release of central funds, the state government has sanctioned 20,000 rupees per hectare as input subsidy for paddy and 10,000 rupees per hectare for dry crop. Without limiting the amount of relief payable to all farmers who have suffered severe crop damages, a total amount of 1,715 crore rupees is being disbursed directly to the bank account of 16.71 lakh farmers affected by the 2 cyclones and the unseasonal rain in January. This timely assistance has enabled farmers overcome their distress. The Honorable Chief Minister on 23rd March 2020 announced cash assistance of 1,000 rupees to every family with a rice ration card throughout the state to help tide over the lockdowns subsequently. Further cash assistance was provided to 28,31,535 rice option family card holders in Chennai and its surrounding areas and in Madurai city when an intensive lockdown was declared in the month of June 2020. Cash assistance of 476 crore rupees was also distributed to 23,13,957 members of unorganized sector welfare boards. Based on the Honorable Chief Minister's announcement, a further cash assistance of 2,500 rupees along with a Pongal gift hamper has been provided to every family in the state with a rice ration card to provide succour to the populace which was suffered the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2 cyclone storms and seasonal rains. This enabled all families in the state celebrate the Pongal festival joyously and provided a much-needed consumption boost to the economy. This cash assistance was in line with the recommendation of Dr. C. Rangarajan Committee. This government will continue to staunchly protect Tamil Nadu's interest in interstate river waters issues. It was the strong initiative of this government which led to the effective implementation of the final order of the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal and the judgment of the Supreme Court, with the Government of India notifying the Kaveri Water Management Scheme 2018, comprising of Kaveri Water Management Authority and Kaveri Regulation Committee on 1/6/2018. We have emphatically reiterated to the Government of India that Karnataka should not be permitted to construct any reservoir or diversion structure across the river Kaveri and its tributaries in violation of the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court and without the prior consent of Tamil Nadu. I again urge the Government of India to reject the Mekadatu proposed by Karnataka, which is in violation of the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. We urge the Government of India that Kerala should not be allowed to construct any new dam across Periyar River in violation of the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. This government requests the Government of Kerala and the Government of India to quickly accord the requisite clearances for carrying out the remaining work for strengthening the Mullai Periyar Dam due to the initiatives of the Honorable Chief Minister. A negotiation at the official level to reach an amicable agreement on the Parambikulam Aliyar project and other river water issues with Kerala are progressing. As directed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the suit filed by Tamil Nadu, we have requested the Government of India constitute a tribunal under the provisions of the Interstate River Water Dispute Act 1956 to adjudicate the Paniyar River water dispute. This government, under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, has focused on conserving and effectively utilizing the scarce water resources of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has been awarded the National Water Award 2019 by the Ministry of Jal Shakti as the best performing state. This is a well-deserved recognition for the initiatives undertaken under the Tamil Nadu Water Resources Conservation and Augmentation Mission, including in the hugely popular Kudim Ramat scheme. Since 2017-18, 6,211 works have been.
தமிழக சட்டப்பேரவை கூட்டத்தொடரில் ஆளுநர் பன்வாரிலால் புரோஹித் உரை நிகழ்த்தி வருகிறார். பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறோம்.
உடனுக்குடன் செய்திகளை தெரிந்து கொள்ள சன் நியூஸ் பெல் ஐகானை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.